right. Okay, so my name is Emily Day, and I am a professional foot reflexologist. Did you know that the word stressed, spelled backwards, is dessert? Go ahead. How many of you here would like to eliminate and even reduce the levels of stress in your life? Oh, got a couple hands up. All right. Me too. I always want to eliminate stress in any way that I can. Okay, if you said yes, turn to someone close to you and give them a high five. All right, this is great. Okay, so how do we achieve this goal of little to no stress? It almost sounds too good to be true, right? In this 5-minute presentation, I will share with you how you can accomplish this goal with little to no effort on your part. I will also reveal to you the cognitive, emotional, and physical warning signs to be aware of. I will define what reflexology is, explain 5 specific reflex points that balance the body, and tell you how reflexology can be beneficial to your life. Go ahead and click just once. Before I begin, yes, go ahead and click one, please. Okay, before I begin, I would like to tell you a little bit, no, go back, please. Just say what it says about, we're not there yet. Just stay there, please. Okay, before I begin, I would like to tell you a little bit about me. My name is Emily Day, and I am a certified professional reflexologist with the Universal College of Reflexology. I am currently a business major, author of a kid's book, and I have done therapeutic music for multiple assisted livings. Now, you might be thinking that's nice, but how did you get started with reflexology, and why is there a picture of point shoes on the screen? If that thought crossed your mind, then you're about to discover how a fun and elegant hobby turned out to be a training ground for a passionate and rewarding career. Growing up, I loved to dance, and the moment my mom put on classical or instrumental nutcracker music, I would twirl and spin about the house. My parents saw my growing passion for dance, and at the age of 3, they decided to enroll me in ballet class, just 5 minutes from our house. As my passion continued to flourish, I transitioned from ballet slippers to point shoes. Here, I was exposed to a variety of feet conditions, from bruises to blisters. While I enjoyed twirling on the tips of my toes, I didn't realize that I was subconsciously being trained for reflexology. I was unaware of it at the time and thought I would be the next New York professional ballerina. However, through a series of events, it was clear that it was time for me to move in a new direction. This new direction began one afternoon when my mom invited her holistic doctor friend Sylvia over for a visit. As a thank you for having her over, Sylvia gave my mom a lovely small kit, like the kits you see at the entrance of Barnes & Noble. Inside the kit was a small rainbow-colored book that read in big bold letters, Reflexology, and a small pocket-sized massage roller. Intrigued by the small, brightly colored book, I politely asked to look at it. Within seconds, I became so fascinated and in awe of how the feet mirrored the body, and by applying pressure in that area could stimulate the particular reflexes. For example, the toes correspond to the head and neck, while the inside of the foot corresponds to the spinal reflexes. After reading the small, pocket-sized book, I began practicing on my sister. My sister loved it, and I felt so rewarded seeing how relaxed she was. I thought there are so many people that do so much for others. It would be my joy to take care of them. So from there, my journey began, and my end goal is to have my own spa where people can escape the daily stresses of life. Next. Let's face it, I think each one of us here can confidently say that we have experienced moments where we let daily stressors take a hold on our day and even life. At times, we might not even look like the image on the screen. Raise your hand if you're feeling stressed right now. Oh, I got a couple, all right. Well, according to the American Medical Association, stress is a factor in 75% of all diseases. Long-term stress can even rewire your brain, leaving you more vulnerable to anxiety and depression. According to Harvard University, 20% of adults 65 or older struggle with depression. And the link to this is stress and anxiety. Additionally, they state that stress can also make allergy symptoms worse due to the increased stress hormones and the exaggerated immune system's response to allergies. Well, the word stress or stressors might make us cringe and even cause us to feel a little weary. Not all stressors are bad. In fact, there are good kinds of stress, like moving into a house, being promoted at work, or even starting a family. Stress can even protect us by forcing us to slam on the brakes just before an accident, or give us extra strength to protect us from harm. Stress, when working properly, can also even help us stay focused, energetic, and alert. However, too much stress can cause major damage in health, mood, productivity, relationships, and the quality of life. As doctors, midwives, massage therapists, acupuncturists, sales representatives, healing therapists, and those supporting their family, it can be challenging and stressful to live a perfectly balanced life. That is why I'm here to bring you great news. By treating yourself to a restoring 1-hour reflexology session, you can achieve this balanced, stress-free life. And the best part is, there is no effort on your part. Before I tell you how reflexology can reduce and balance your life, it is important to be aware of cognitive, emotional, and behavioral symptoms to look for so you can avoid encountering a variety of health problems. As I go through the next 3 slides, count and keep a mental note of how many you can relate to. At the end, I will ask you how many you counted. Are you guys ready? All right. Okay, the first one to look at is the 5 cognitive signs, which include memory problems, inability to concentrate, poor judgment, seeing only the negative, anxious or racing thoughts, and constant worry. Next, we have the 7 emotional signs to look for. These include moodiness, irritability, short temper, agitation, inability to relax, feeling overwhelmed, sense of loneliness, isolation, depression, and general unhappiness. Lastly, we have the 5 behavioral signs, which include eating more or less, sleeping too much or too little, isolating yourself from others, procrastinating or neglecting responsibilities, and nervous habits. So, how did you do? Did you find yourself relating to some of these? Yes? Me too. Sometimes I can say I can relate to all of these. If you said yes to some of these, then I want to encourage you that reflexology can help to balance the body so you don't have to experience these symptoms. Now that we've talked about stress, the impacts that just run and stay there. The impact of stress can have on our body and the signs to look for, it's time to define reflexology. So what exactly is reflexology? Stay. Reflexology uses applied pressure on the feet to stimulate the corresponding reflex points. Just stay home. In doing so, it promotes healing, balance, and overall health. To be more specific, reflexology can help increase energy, improve circulation, prevent migraines, reduce sleep disorder, relieve pain and depression, eliminate toxins, improve cognitive health, helps with relief after cancer, and promotes deep relaxation, and it also helps to balance the body. So how does reflexology balance the body? It does this by stimulating 5 key reflex points, which include the pituitary reflex, which is found on the center of the big toe, the spinal reflexes found on the inside of the foot, the colon, which is located in the midsection of the foot, the solar plexus, which is located in the ball of the foot, and the lymph drainage, which is found on top of the foot. So by stimulating and applying artful pressure to these key reflexes will help balance the body and promote overall health. Yes, each one of you here is a gift. And like Suzanne Kazam says, be yourself, because an original is always worth more than a copy. You are so valuable, and you have so much to offer this world. Sometimes, however, it can be so easy to focus on other people that we neglect to take care of ourselves. While it is great to take care of others, we need to carve a little time for ourselves so we don't get burned out. To be honest, I used to feel guilty when I took time for myself, whether it was reading a book or attending my favorite exercise class. I realize now that it is so important to take care of myself, because when I do, I am rested, rejuvenated, and energized to take care of others in an even greater way. If you can relate, I want to encourage you that it's okay to take breaks, because when you are balanced, you will have more energy to help inspire more people. You will see an increase in work productivity, and you'll be able to feel less stressed as you go about your day. So to recap, what we learned today, we talked about how long-term stress can impact and rewire our brain, making, it impacts our health, mood, productivity, relationships, and quality of life. We talked about the cognitive, emotional, and behavioral signs to look for so we don't let stress impact us in a negative way. Lastly, we discovered the 5 key reflex points that are responsible for balancing the body. If you would like to live a balanced life with minimum stress, it would be my great honor and joy to pamper your feet. If you would like to book an appointment, meet me at the table, which is found in the corner over there. Afterward, I'd love to talk to you more. I hope you took something away from this presentation that you can apply to your life. And my desire is that you will use Reflexology to live a balanced life filled with less stress. Thank you.